Hi folks, this is Anne Marie with the SPY report for Wednesday, September the 11th. Let's have a look at things. Hey, listen, I am bullish the market. That is true. I just felt like this move seemed decidedly aggressive after the gap. But here we are at the gap fill, and it did sort of stall out there. Market is a little flat tonight, but we are looking at a potential move to the upside once more with this sort of formation. The next line in the sand for us, we're going to shift that. You know what? We're going to borrow these because obviously those aren't important at this juncture. We're going to take it up there, and we're going to see this congestion event sitting right around the 169.68 area. All right, so that's going to be the next space to break out. That's almost $1 away. That's 68, 78, 80 something cents right there. Absolutely lovely if it does move to that space into the top of the congestion region. And then finally, there's another gap that begins right around here at 170.59. Right? Now that, if we get up into this space, 170.74, excuse me, let's see what that is. High 170.80, low 170.78. Somewhere around there. This region will be the region to look at. If we hold it, going to be very interesting. Someone talked about a shark pattern that's potentially playing out in the SPX. Let's see if we see something here. This region, I don't really have that. Let's do that. Well, that came into 127.2, so it's not quite a shark here. But if we were to take a look at it one more time and say, let's see what a 1618 retracement event looks off of this particular wave, we're going to see that it is sitting right up here, just above that congestion zone. Looks like it's right at the top of this region. So that really is what we're going to be looking at. Now, if we have the good fortune of having a pullback, have it fill the gap, we should be in really great shape if indeed we can move ourselves off of this particular region, 167.72. If it pulls back there, that's going to make a great long event. It's still in the gap. We actually have a gap within a gap, right? So there's a gap here and there's a gap there. So those things really ought to get filled. Upside momentum looks very, very solid, folks. You can't be short in a region that looks like this. It's just unwise, right? And this sideways action here is really building something very pretty for tomorrow. So if we break down, we know we've got support action that's 70 cents away. If we break out, we have support action that is another 70 cents to maybe $1 away. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Everything cresting upward. Really like the bullish action here. Though I do feel the chart is a little overextended in its motion. It needs to take a little bit of a breath. So far, that doesn't even matter though, right? So what have we done? We had the last bit of the gap fill the prior day. Now we're up and out over these regions. Let's take this here at the base of that gap. Looks like a pretty important space. Next in line for a retest of the event, that would be the 104.63 area. Looks to me like close term action probably puts it right there at the 104.34. Above that, let's go to the 4-hour chart and see if we can pull together new targets as we accelerate off the top. Here's a thing. Let us put a fib up here and measure this wave like we did with SPY. Right? See what that looks like. Right at the 127.2, just over it, 106.08. Looking pretty important. Actually, that region to me, 105.27, looks like the next base. This could be really, really interesting, folks. As we accelerate out, a lot of folks thinking that the market should not be running like this. So if it does pop out over here, we should have ourselves quite a short squeeze that's going to bring us even higher prices. All right. Let's take a look at, essentially, if we lose 104.34, we should come down into 104.20, then 104. The Qs, very sideways here, getting ready to do something else. Popped out, holding the level for us here. We're gonna make this simple stupid. We're not going to trade inside of this space. We're just going to trade outside of the space. And that's all there is to it. Flattening action. Not like the IWM, which is moving quite aggressively. That moved much more aggressively than the others. Have a look. SPY, sharp. IWM, extremely sharp. Qs, upward, but holding flat. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. In the end, what we're looking at are charts that are resolving to the upside and holding momentum really quite well. Even though the SMIs are high, it does say that we are coming into a space where we should take a breath, but taking a breath could be a long sideways event before upside momentum. You can work off a lot of momentum if you just move sideways. Doesn't mean you're going to roll over, right? Even if the SMI pulls back, it could just mean you're chopping sideways. As long as we hold these tight moving averages and we hold relative support, we are going to continue to move up. That's just the name of the game, and that's how we've got to play it. Good luck trading.